And now, for your listening pleasure, straight out of Milwaukee, the least talked about podcast in Wisconsin, Hypocritical, with your guides, Al3xa MKE and MoKE, shock the MoKE, MOKE, where we praise and vent on all things that really, in the end, just don't matter. So, how you doing, Al3xa?
I'm good. How you doing, Dave?
Good. Dave. No.
Dave.
Shock the MoKE.
Shock the MoKE. Okay. Okay. How you doing, MoKE?
Our personas today.
MoKE. MoKE.
Great. I'm liking the sun. They keep on telling us we're going to get 50. Now it's next week. It's supposed to be tomorrow. Oh, they changed that on you.
They lie to us. That's what other profession can you lie and get paid?
Well, they like.
Oh wait, politician.
They like to show just a little bit more. Give you, like I remember the Mark Baden was going like, some people are putting 50 here. I just couldn't put 50 here, and well, sure enough, it never came. So there you go.
Right. Ugh. So yeah. So let's see. Let's move on to. We'll talk the weather, but we will move on. I gotta do my bubbles. Bubbles. Enough of bubbles. So you watching any movies?
Yes, I did watch some movies. I've just recently watched The Map of Tiny Perfect Things.
I saw that. I don't know what it is, so now you got to tell me about it.
Right. Well, this guy is a Groundhog Day. He's waking up. You see him. He's heading to school. He knows that everything's going. He's doing the whole thing where he's like bringing a juice box to the guy running, and so helping this lady has a skirt up, and he's got a tongs, and he moves the skirt down for her, and she never notices. So he's doing all these little things. So he's been in this Groundhog thing for a while, and he's just kind of enjoying it. And all of a sudden, he runs across one thing that changes. So somebody else is there in his loop. And so he meets up with the girl that's in his loop, and they're trying to figure out together why they're in this loop.
That sounds cute. Is it a romantic comedy?
Yeah, of course it goes that way at the end. Right. It leans. There's only two, a boy and a girl in the thing. Everybody else is really minor characters after that.
Yeah, they're dressing.
Right, exactly. Yeah. But it's like, well, how many of those have you seen? Have you watched some of those Groundhog Day type?
Yeah,
movies?
I saw you have down Edge of Tomorrow and Happy Death Day. Yeah. I've Edge of Tomorrow is actually a really good movie.
Yes, enjoyed how they took a little take on that. It's good. And again, Happy Death Day, they did a little great little take on that. With the death thing. So that I think they've done some good jobs with some of these Groundhog Day rebirths. It's almost like it's its own genre now.
Yeah, for sure. But I think it's kind of a cool trope, when they're using it right. So it's kind of fun.
There's one other one I haven't seen yet. See You Tomorrow or something like that. I think it is.
No, I've not seen that one.
I've got to check that one out. And there was one about there was something, and I don't remember. It's a short story, actually, movie. When I was reading about some of these. A situation where two guys are in together trying to figure out time travel, and they figure it out, but only like 10 seconds at a time. So in my head, that's all I read. And in my head, I kept thinking, sure. So one of them figures something out, and then they trip it, and he goes back 10 seconds in time, and he can do, or 10 minutes in time, or 10 seconds, and then he can be the one that discovers it. And then the other guy says, well, I'm going to go back 10 seconds and make it believe that I did it. And they just keep on going back 10 minutes or something like that, back and forth, pretending they're the ones that figured it out. I thought that'd be a funny loop.
There you go. Well, I finally watched Venom. Have you seen Venom?
Yes, with
Tom Hardy.
Tom, yeah. I was going to say Holland and that's Spider-Man, but Tom Hardy.
Yeah. I was like, the second half of the movie was amazing. The first half was just too slow to get started. And they are making a Venom 2, which is kind of why I watched it.
Right.
So it's like...
No, I enjoyed the character interaction between the two of them. Can I eat someone now? No, only if they're bad.
Yeah. But, getting to that point was a little too long. And I think that probably is why the movie didn't do so well. Because it didn't do real well at the box office. But I really didn't think I was going to like Tom Hardy in it, and I actually really enjoyed him in it in the role. So, I'm
Yeah,
kind of looking
he
forward
looked
to Venom too.
down and trodden kind of guy. He's not your superhero guy, So
Yeah,
they've got him kind
anti-hero.
of anti-hero
Yeah,
again. Yeah, which is
anti-hero.
great.
Yep.
Great.
Yep, yep.
So yeah, we did watch up to WandaVision, so we're caught up.
Okay, I'm not
Uh,
caught up as of Friday, but I did get caught up before Friday. So,
oh, sweet, sweet. So yes, it definitely has taken a better turn for those people who need a little more action in it and didn't
yeah.
appreciate the first
Yeah.
hour of the show.
Well,
All
and
things going on.
much like my coworker had said, she's like, yeah, it takes the first 3 episodes. She goes, I wasn't really into it, and she goes, but then it started to feel like MCU universe, and it's like, yeah,
Right.
it does a little bit more. I would say that I'm more interested in season 2 at this point, and just wish they would resolve this season. Because they're just taking too long for everything, but I guess they're establishing, a different world. So,
Right,
it's okay.
right, right. And
Yeah.
it's still only 4 hours. It's just been a long movie, really.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, there's only 10 episodes, so it means it's only 5 hours. So it's
Five
actually like,
hours.
yeah,
Right, right.
yeah,
So things, had to really kind of did move along. I mean, 1 hour of just establishing what was going on to me was like, well, that's par for the course, percentage wise.
yeah,
To introduce everything but and again, like I said, I'm enjoying the little takes, and I point something out. Oh, that's from blah blah blah. Oh, that's from blah blah blah. Family Ties, or something like that they're
yeah,
doing.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
That was
so
interesting, but it's like I didn't watch a lot of that. I mean, the early ones I recognized, were kind of Dick Van Dyke-ish, or
right,
the Brady Bunch kind of stuff. But yeah, the rest of
right.
it was kind of like I wasn't like a '80s person, so didn't watch much TV in the '80s.
Well, they weren't, riding around on motorcycle doing chips or anything like that.
No, no, they weren't doing that. But yeah.
They weren't Remington Steel or moonlighting or
Oh my God, my mother loved those shows. So yeah.
So did you get some food? Some more food?
I got food. So yeah, I ordered a bronze box. It's from it's bronzeboxgifts dot I think it's .com or .org. I'm not sure. Sorry about that. But it came the other week, and it was a nice gift looking box. It was white with their logo on it, and had really tasty things in it. We got 2 different kinds of cookies. There was some popcorn. There was like some like Chex Mix kind of thing in there, and then there was hot chocolate mix, and there was a big
Oh,
bottle of sweet tea, and it was really nice. And the cool thing about Bronze Box is that it's all the proceeds, no, not all the proceeds, 20% of the profits go to black uh businesses in the Milwaukee area, and all the stuff that's in the box is from black businesses in the Milwaukee area.
oh,
And
good. Double
um,
dipping kind of. That's
yeah,
good.
yeah. So, but we got one of the things that was in there was a bag of Lush popcorn, and it was the Milwaukee blend or whatever. My husband like, that's mine. And then when I posted it on the Milwaukee subreddit, people were like, "Oh my God, Lush! It's so good. I'm gonna order one because Lush is in there." And then he took the couple things to work that we're kind of like, well, we're trying to eat healthy, so we're not going to eat these things. And people were
Right.
like really excited about them. So it's really kind of cool if for a gift or for a gift for yourself, to be kind. So yeah. How about you? You doing any food, or am I the only foodie?
I just, when we can pick something up, I do. I grabbed my Hufflepuffle from Blue's Egg the other Saturday morning, or Sunday morning for, breakfast. Hufflepuffle. There's another
Dave.
guy who makes a good one on Silver Spring Joe's Cafe. That's where I had my first one of those, and
Okay.
it's a good mix of a lot of stuff that you
Tell
would
people
like.
what that is, because some people might not know.
I'm not even sure. It's a scrambled egg mix with everything already in it: the hash browns, the onions, the cheese, the meats, sausage and stuff
Okay,
like
so
that.
heart attack on a plate.
Yeah, it's like a skillet scramble that's already been scrambled again,
Okay.
So instead of layers, which I don't care about, I mix it all together anyway. I get all the gooey egg all everywhere, and all that kind of stuff. So yes, it's good, and they have good uh, brisket sides, for that, for the little tasty stuff with their cheddar fries, or or um, mashed potato stuff, or I'm losing it. Hash browns. Gosh, boy, oh boy. Thank you. Hash browns. They add the meats to it and everything, so that's
The
good too.
meats.
So the meats.
So I don't eat meat.
You
So
have the meats.
we're gonna talk about some stuff, but one of the things I got was everybody knows I'm a big fan of Milwaukee Farmers United. So they now have stuff from Mushroom Mike's. So if you've ever been to some of the farmers markets in the area, Mushroom Mike is a legend. He's epic. And so we got the King Trumpet mushrooms, which I've never had before. And what you can do is they're these big mushrooms, and you can cut them in slices, and they look like scallops. And you can, and so you can make like a vegan scallop. So we did that, and they were amazing. So I ended up getting more of those. King Trumpet mushrooms, or King oyster mushrooms, also known as trumpet mushrooms. But but they made this great like fake scallop, and the texture was proper and everything. So then what I did is, because you're cutting the tops and the bottoms off to make the scallop part, the next time I cooked with them, I cut the rest of that up, and I made like a clam chowder, because
chowder.
But it wasn't clam chowder. It was healthy. Healthy plant-based chowder.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was really good. Yeah, really delicious.
I'm not a real big oyster person. I mean, that sandy gritty thing when you're taking them out of the shell and all that, doing that. The oysters.
See that's why you go plant-based, so you don't have no sandy gritty. Well, if you do a salad, you can have sandy gritty. But so speaking of healthy things, I actually read 3 books in a week. This is what I do. I love to read.
Wow.
So I read How Not to Diet by Dr. Michael Greger,
just so you know, I understand why you read these books, because I don't read books because they may be movies someday. They'll ruin the movie, but I don't think these will ever be movies. So I think these are good things to read.
Game Changers. You have to watch Game Changers. So How Not to Diet by Dr. Michael Greger. This was about how not to diet, but how to lose weight, and all the tricks that you use to lose weight. And all of these books kind of tie together, which is why I read them all together. They're all relatively new, within the last, like, say, 12 to 18 months they've been published. Dr. Greger is a really popular plant-based lifestyle physician, and he is pretty much, this is why you do this, and here's the science behind it. And in that book, there are over 4,000 scientific citations, and he's got them all cited in the book. So you can actually go back and read all the citations. So basically that book was about things like doing intermittent fasting, about how to time your food, about what foods are pretty much going to stop you from losing weight. And it's the 3 things that I don't eat: dairy, eggs, and meat. And chicken is actually one of the fattiest foods you can eat. It's actually fattier than some beef, which, it is
good.
What it
I have
is.
Another reason not to eat chicken? Okay, I'll have to just keep with the meat.
There you go. The second one was Mastering Diabetes. And I've had a little bit of like, my blood sugars are elevated every now and then, and I don't want to get full-blown diabetes. So I figured, okay, I'm going to read this book. So this is by 2 guys who both were type 1 diabetics, not type 2 diabetics, which is the one you get on adult onset. And they talked about the different type of diabetes, whether it's, childhood, type 1 or gestational diabetes. But basically, they're talking about insulin resistance. And insulin resistance is caused by 3 things: dairy, eggs, and meat.
I see a theme here.
You see a theme here. But the thing that was interesting is they both, as type 1 diabetics, found that they were having real issues and having used more and more insulin and, take other medications. And they eventually started talking to each other. The one guy is a biomedical engineer, and the other guy, I forget what he got his PhD in, but, they both decided, we need to team up and give people this information. So they did a lot of research themselves, read all the studies. And again, this is also another book that has a lot of scientific citations. But what they found was all of the information is wrong. If you're diabetic or insulin resistant, that you just need to eat a lot of plants, and you need to eat whole foods. And that's the theme behind all of this, because that will lower your blood sugars and it will keep them low. And if you are a full-blown type 1 diabetic, you will lower your insulin to levels that your pancreas would normally excrete. And if you are type 2 diabetic, you can almost get off your medication or completely get off medications, which I thought was fascinating because who wants to be on medications?
No, not these days.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, there's and again, sometimes I've somebody in my family who had a heart attack at 40 and has been taking warfarin since there, and that's eating the stomach away. And it's like, well, doctors are like, well, most people don't start taking this stuff at 40. We don't really, it's not, they don't even know what, what to do now, because it's like most people aren't, we don't have people that are on this thing for 50 years,
Well, so then the third book I read, because I was reading these other books, and of course Amazon tells you, oh, you should read this one. The third one was called Fiber Field. So Mastering Diabetes is by Cyrus Kambata and Robbie Barbaro, and Fiber Fueled is by a guy named Will Bulskowitz, and he is basically talking about, he's a gastroenterologist. He's talking about your gut microbiome and how much in the last decade or so people have started learning, researchers and doctors are learning about your gut microbiome. And I think
that's where your cone comes in.
I was going to say both. There were at least 2 of the books that mentioned Yacone. And
really?
Yes. So what he's talking about is that your gut microbiome eats fiber from plants. If you're eating meat, eggs, dairy, oils, you're not feeding your gut microbiome. What you're doing is you're getting things like C. diff to grow or E. coli, all the bad stuff. So all the good stuff needs fiber. The more fiber you eat, the healthier you poo. It also reduces your insulin resistance. Again, they all tie in. And
reduced constipation and more.
Well,
that's what your cone does. Gives you on a regular schedule that way. And
that was one of the things they were talking about was he was talking about was constipation. He's saying don't go on this diet until you've resolved any constipation you have, because you can have some problems. But he was talking about turning around a lot of autoimmune diseases and making them better, including things like Crohn's disease and IBS and, fibromyalgia. And I mean, they were talking about Alzheimer's and Parkinson's but they're talking, you have to be all in. This isn't something that, just eat these things along with your meat, dairy, and eggs. They're saying eliminate meat, dairy, and eggs and eat all plants. So it was like,
the side effect is that I won't get Alzheimer's and diabetes. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, see, and that's the thing. I mean, you have to choose. Do you want to have a good quality of life, or do you just want to enjoy meat, dairy, and eggs?
And dieting, but you say about the dieting, even with those things in your diet, it's a matter of balance, like anything else. I had heard something they were talking about people, I think it was like a split of about 50-50. They talked to people who said that they're never going to diet again. And the reason is because they've adopted a different lifestyle where they're not going to be trying to do this, lose the weight, you know what I mean? It's a lifestyle change.
It is a lifestyle change. And that's a really good point, because I've been vegan for almost 12 years now or something, 11 or 12 years. I'm not quite sure. But I was only like half in as far as the whole food part of it, because, I ate meat subs and cheese subs and things like that. I've pretty much eliminated that and lost 8 pounds. It's like all I'm eating is plants. So I'm eating whole
So after
whole
every
grains.
year being a vegan, they don't give you like a chip or anything like they do in AA? You don't get like a golden broccoli chip or anything like
They
that?
should give us a golden broccoli. I think that would be excellent. But yeah, so I basically
At least after 10 years you can get one.
Yeah. So I eat all whole grains. I eat, beans and legumes. I eat all sorts of fruits and vegetables. And I don't really regulate my food. I just eat what I want. And so, I just eat all this food. And, but I'm putting it out there. I always tell people I'm not preachy. If this is something you're interested in, or, you have some health issues, read the information, educate yourself, and make a decision with you and whoever else is in your family or your loved ones or your doctor or whatever. So that's why that's out there.
All right.
And now spending money. I'm good at spending money.
The Garmin, yes.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about something called, and do the Garmin Vivoactive Pfffft, which retails online for $350. You can get it for $250. However, I got one.
This is where you started at $50-$60 is what you wanted to spend, and
remember when we were talking about this?
$250, right?
Yeah. So this is what I got, and this is what I did.
Beautiful
with
looking watch.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah. So watch.
I don't even know if the battery's charged.
Did you get a lot of different bands to swap out and stuff?
You know what I did? I am not wearing it.
Why?
You see, Dave's laughing. I'll tell you why. Because it's not accurate. For all the money in that thing, the reason I got it is because my old phone used to have a heart rate monitor and a pulse ox on it, and a step counter. That's all in this, and it's an activity tracker. So I'm at work, and I've got my phone in my pocket, so I can compare the two, right? So my Samsung's telling me I've made 6,000 steps. This thing's telling me I've made 11,000 steps. So you set a goal on it, right? So I'm sitting there at work doing this. I'm not moving.
Right.
I'm rocking.
Right.
So it's counting that movement as a step. It's not a step.
Well, but it also is a part of exercise. If someone sat there and used their arms all day and got credit for stepping, to say that they didn't take any steps is wrong as well, isn't it?
No, because a step is different. It's a different mechanical movement than just rocking back and forth. I mean, I can do this in my chair all day. Is that a step?
See, I think of it as a physical activity thing. You made physical activity equal to about 11,000 steps.
No.
5,000 plus the 6,000 rocking.
No. So then I'm trying to use this as an exercise tool. So you see the bike behind me, right?
Right.
And exercising about 3 hours a week. That's my goal. And so I want to make sure my heart rate's at a level that's decent and that my oxygen level is good. Because if your oxygen level starts to come down, you're getting diminishing returns for your exercise. There's a whole scientific thing behind that too.
Right.
So I'm looking at my thing and I'm like pedaling away and I'm like, my heart rate's up there. I can tell. Why is it telling me my heart rate's 60? So I grab my husband's phone, do the heart rate monitor on it. My heart rate's actually 93, and it's telling me it's like 62 on here. But about 3 minutes later, it tells me it's 93. It's like, no, that's not accurate enough. So then the phone.
But you're not getting your legs are moving like you're walking. You're not going to get counted for steps though on a stationary bike, really, right?
Well, I didn't have my phone in my pocket, but yeah, I don't know.
It wouldn't do that, right? You'd have to put the watch on your ankles.
Apparently. Well, it actually will. I mean, this will hook up with, because this has something called a what's the name of it? There's a thing that'll do your cadence and stride on the phone, and you can hook it up with this phone.
I suppose there has to be.
There's another little thing to spend $70-$80 on. So then I'm checking my pulse ox, and it's telling me my oxygen is like 93, 94. My oxygen has never been that low. My oxygen's usually like up. So it's like, okay, my oxygen's usually between like 96 and 99. This is wrong. So I grab my husband's phone again. 98, 97. And I'm exercising at the time. So what I ended up doing is buying this. This is a
right, like they do at the hospitals.
This is called a Zacurate pulse ox. And if I put that on my little finger and turn it on,
you should be able to do that with an ear too. I think they do them on earlobes.
Not this one. This one's a finger one. So it'll come up in a second, and it's actually super quick. Of course, now it's not being quick, but when I'm on the bike, it's nice because I get accuracy.
Right.
See, 99 and 67. So I've got 99 percentile and my heart rate 67. So it's like, this is nice and accurate. It's actually pretty convenient, and it was $20. I could have bought 12 of these for what you can pay for that on the internet. Now, fortunately, Rhiannon bought this for me, and I didn't pay full price for it, but I'm going to sell it. So
yeah, so a crappy one I'm going to sell online.
Yeah. Well, and it's actually one of the best reviewed activity trackers, which is what pissed me off.
Yeah, I don't know why isn't it? It's not doing what you want though. That's the thing. You know?
Yeah. So we give accurate reviews here. We'll give really glowing reviews, and we'll also say, "This is crap." So
right, but buy it from me, please.
But somebody buy it so I don't have to deal with it. So yeah. All right, let's move on to internet adventures. We spent far too long on that. Come on, Bubbles. There we go. All right, Dave. What do we got for internet adventures? You got something about Chrissy Teigen on here.
Well, yes. Well, okay. So last week or whatever, Chrissy Teigen tweeted to the president, "Can you please drop me from your following?" Apparently, she had requested him to follow her on the day he got inaugurated, because she wanted to have a president follow her, because she actually had the last president unfollowed her, and blocked her because of her comments, to the old regime.
Okay.
So she was actually blocked from the POTUS. So she thought it'd be really nice if she could at least have a POTUS follower. That would really even things out good. So they followed her. Was one of only like 12 or 13 people that the president's following. All right. And, and we know Chrissy Teigen's a hoot. We've talked about her before. So she's with them for about a week, and she sends a request back to the White House. "Hey, yeah, could you unfollow me? I just can't be myself after 2 weeks," because she knew that it's like Dad was watching every time she would tweet something, so she didn't want the president to see her tweets. So 2 hours after that, they unfollowed her, and she said, "Bitch, fuck, shit, suck. The big D. I am free."
Oh, jeez. Good for her. That is funny. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I did not see that.
Right, and she was again the old POTUS, like I said, had put her away. She said, well, when brought up once, it was like, "Oh yeah, John Legend's foul-mouthed wife." That's what the ex-president actually said about her. And but she's a poet and don't know it. I mean, suck the big D, I'm free. That's pretty good.
You could probably rap that. Suck the big D, I am free.
Probably has been, yeah, for sure. And but again, and we also have to remember, there was a study that just came out that intelligent people actually swear more.
Well, fuck you.
Fucking A.
And fuck Ron Johnson.
Yeah, exactly. While we're throwing around. So they just said, because a lot of times people, use it as a good time to put it in and use it correctly if you're using it right. But the thing is, again, with the swear words, they've kind of like brought it down to the fact it's kind of like a dog's bark. The swear word is your bark, before you bite. It's
okay.
F you, or F you, and the horse you rode in on. That's going row, 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 row. And you can either back away or you guys can get in a scrap. But that's the way people bark, is by swearing, when you swear someone.
Now when a dog barks at me, I'm gonna think they're swearing at me.
So exactly. Well, it depends. They are actually. If you think about them, a lot of times, hey, you over there.
So anybody who's listening about swearing, you have to look up Penn Jillette's story on Happy Birthday, because apparently he got really upset over a Disney thing, and he ended up calling Disney. You got to look this up, because he tells the story better than I do. But he starts.
Gillette.
Yes,
right,
Penn Jillette, and he starts telling the Disney customer service person happy birthday, and it's hugely funny. So anybody who loves Penn, and tell her Penn Jillette's Disney happy birthday story is classic. So
but of course, with that Teigen thing, just a side note, I heard one of my on the radio, the Republican slanted person on the radio was like, oh, why was he following her in the first place? You know, I mean, they made it a bad thing, you know? And I'm like,
You know what?
oh,
It's social media. Everybody's following
yeah.
everybody else or unfollowing everybody
Well, when they
else.
said 13, when there's only 13, well, why was he following her? You know?
Because she asked and he
Yeah, damn right I
obliged.
would. I would, because he can ask me to follow her. Damn right I would.
Yeah,
Just out
yeah.
of respect for her, you know. I
Yeah,
mean, hey,
yeah, yeah.
it's
Her and
out
John
there.
Legend. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You want to know? Get your hubby on the phone there with me. Can I say hi to him? Then I'll follow you.
Yeah, there you go. So Reddit's my social media jam, and this was super cool because you saw the Perseverance landing
Oh
on
yeah.
Mars.
Yep.
So
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
this
There's some great. My 360 doesn't work. I don't know my computer for some reason. The picture. So I love it when they give you the 360 and you can zoom in on a rock. You know that's 300 yards away or something, and actually look at it. You know, and
yeah,
say,
yeah.
hey, that looks like a Mr. Peanut.
So the whole thing is super cool, with Perseverance on Mars. But when they had the parachute, and the parachute was red and white.
Right, with these little slats in it.
Yeah, guess
Yes.
what? That was a message. So
It was a
Reddit
message. A guy that
Reddit.
actually saw that, and
So
just,
yeah. So
hey, check that out.
Reddit is the one that solved the crypto message. I thought that was so cool that they're the science community solved the message. Reddit, we did it again.
They
Um,
said they had to keep that real quiet, that they had that in the parachute, that there was only a few select people that knew there was a message in there.
yeah, yeah. So it is really cool. So I encourage people to look that up because it's kind of fun. Um, just one of those things. All right, let's move on. Let's do some bubbles. Is this critical? All
Well, we
right.
all let's just for a minute to go back there. We all love Easter eggs. I
We
mean,
do, yes.
and that's just it. When you're watching something like a movie or something, I'm always trying to look at the playbills behind it or what's on the theater, because there's always something related to the film on the theater. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, that's good. Someone put that in there for
Well,
it.
like Naked Gun. If you watch Naked Gun and some of the
Oh,
stuff that's going on in the background, or
uh,
Better Off Dead, those movies are fun. They're
I
just
know,
fun.
exactly.
Yeah. So what do you got there, Dave? You got some stuff here.
And the people bowed and prayed to the neon golden god they made. You know,
Oh,
yes,
jeez.
that's my Simon and Garfunkel,
Are you
which
talking
is,
about CPAC?
yeah, yeah, well, yes, the crooked politicians and cohorts that they had that they had
Yes. That's a good way to
the
put
other
it.
day. Now, I'm sorry, but I really need a good Christian person that I watched the Ten Commandments how many years of my life, because it was the only thing on that day,
That makes you an
and I
honorary Christian watching the
yeah,
Ten
right. I
Commandments.
mean, I know that, he threw down the tablets because they had made the golden, image and God. And my gosh, I mean, it's like, how can you sit there and turn a blind eye to that? I mean, how can you not call them out for that?
Oh, they did though. The internet had so many memes.
The
This
internet,
almost
though, but
this
that's us
almost should have
again.
been Internet Adventures because they were putting up all the memes with the golden calf and all the whole
Right,
thing. Yeah.
right. Yeah, I mean, I saw plenty of them, but I mean, again, that's us again. That's us, the people, that are, didn't like him when he was in there. It's not the good Christian coalition coming out and saying, yeah, he went too far now, even for us.
You know what?
Where's the
He
Billy
he he
Grahams and
can't
all
go too
that?
far anymore. I mean, at what point? It's like,
Hey, he said he could
gra-
shoot somebody
grab him by
in
the
the street and nobody,
pussy
right?
to
Shoot, said to,
insurrection to golden
yeah,
calves. They don't
yeah.
care.
It don't matter.
They don't
It
care.
just doesn't matter.
Exactly. Exactly.
And then
So,
for him to say I'll beat him a third time. Do you know how many falsehoods he just makes, and when he says just that,
well, he only made like
six
30,000
words,
lies. It's like,
six words that just make a plethora of lies.
yeah, him and fuck Ron Johnson.
Ron Johnson.
Fuck Ron Johnson.
How did you get your shot?
I will
My
get
God.
my shot. Well, we're
How?
we're in the food industry where I
Oh, I
work.
suppose.
So I am going to get my first vaccination in about 2.5 weeks. I am so excited. So I will report in on that at some point and let you guys know how that goes. We're probably getting either Moderna or Pfizer because we are getting 2. We are not getting the Johnson and Johnson.
Gotcha.
So, because they ordered it before that was approved.
Right.
Yeah, we will be getting that. And I'm excited because if my husband can also get vaccinated in a timely manner, then we're going to be able to have a more normal summer. Not a normal summer because we're still not, we're still going to social distance, wear our masks. But I will be able to do some casual shopping, hopefully. Because I haven't been into Marshall's in 6 months. I haven't been into World Market. The last time I bought something from World Market, I did curbside. So that was at Christmas.
And because it's been cold, I haven't gone to state sales because you have to stand outside, to get in. So, I'm like, screw that.
Yeah. So yeah, and then also I don't know if you read this article. Milwaukee Public Museum is going to get a new home. So we don't even know if they're going to move over the Streets of Milwaukee, which is one of the favorite one, or the little buttons for the rattlesnake.
Oh, really? I didn't know they were moving. No.
They are moving to a new space. It will be shared with the Betty Bryn Children's Museum. They plan to go more interactive and digital because it's going to be probably less than half the space they have now, and the combined museum space will get a new name. Who knows? They'll probably sell the naming rights because they sell the naming rights to everything.
And you should be making a bigger museum, and now they're making a smaller one.
Well, and we have one of the coolest natural history museums in the country, and it's gonna be different. So call me an old fart. But I want things to explore and see, so I guess hopefully it'll be awesome.
How many years have you had to go up that stairs to the big area where all the Native American dress was?
All the dioramas and everything. They're so amazing.
Oh my gosh! And oh god, we were in there just a couple years ago. Again, and so much the same, but so much different, as well. I mean, the butterfly thing they put in, and
did you ever visit the butterfly thing? That was really cool.
Yep, and that's great, and so and as you just said, the streets of old Milwaukee. I mean, oh my gosh, if that went away, that would just be tragic. I'm sure that's probably the only thing they're going to keep.
They have to keep it. If they don't keep it, people are going to riot. Literally.
Well, we have a Milwaukee Art Museum too.
Yeah.
So maybe it could be moved to that, and to give them a boost or something.
Well, Milwaukee Art Museum has rotating exhibits, and then they're not doing it anymore, but they used to do their Friday night thing, Friday after dark thing. It was really cool. They had different things they did, but they haven't been doing them because of COVID. But yeah, we'll see what happens. It's kind of disconcerting, but then it's like if they do it right, it could be really cool. So I don't want to completely poo-poo it, but I'm being kind of old fartish about it. So I don't know.
I know. They're gonna just make it stuff you push buttons on. Oh, how's that happy?
I have to watch a screen. I can watch a screen at my house. I got a TV set there.
You're gonna be looking down at your phone, walking around a museum. That's not anything different,
right? We gotta listen on headphones. I can do that at my house. I can do that at my house. Damn, we're good old farts. What can I say? So the signs are going up on American Family Field. Did you see that?
Well, the signs are coming down, so those went up. Yes, yes. Somebody bought the Miller one, or TJ was going to buy it, wasn't he? Didn't he say how much for the Miller Park sign?
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of
before he went off to the Cardinals.
To the Cardinals, yeah. Well, we couldn't afford them anyway, so.
No.
Yeah. So anyway, and then Miller Parkway is going to be renamed Brewers Boulevard, but in the West Milwaukee part, so when you cross south over into after National Avenue, it's going to remain Miller Park Way. So that's going to be nice and confusing. So
it's like the other half a dozen streets here where all of a sudden it turns into something else. Oh, yeah, you go on this street. I said, well, I thought I was on that, but it's 76. Oh, yeah, it turns into that later.
Yeah, right? No. And then it turns into Mayfair Road for Highway 100 or Lover's Lane for Highway 100. Yeah. So, yeah.
Highway 100, the road with 8 different names on it. 108th,
On Reddit, they actually were saying, what do you call it? I call it Highway 100. What do you call it?
100? Yeah, you mean like 100 instead of like Highway 100? Yeah, I think I do the Highway 100.
I think I do Highway 100 a lot of times.
100?
Yeah, Highway 100, but it is Highway 100. Just like Milwaukee. It's like we don't say Milwaukee. We say Milwaukee.
Well, the month we just came out of, February.
Yes, yes.
And in the middle of the week is what? Wednesday.
Yes, it is Wednesday. That's hump day for people who don't know. So yeah. So okay, so we have MoKE moment. What do we all got here? You got all sorts of stuff on here.
Oh, it's two little things.
It's two little things. Okay, go for it, Dave.
All right. Well, first, I just wanted to point out my Trewyn.
Yes, please.
Leslie Trewyn. It is actually called Man, the Conquering Hero. It is a multimedia, so there is some texture to it. Now, I found this in a whatnot shop. And I forget the name of it. I should have looked at it. Not Alibaba's in my head because of that Amazon type, eBay type place. But it's on the strip mall, and it's great because there's a comic book shop, and there's that. And then there was one other thing I can't remember. That's just like there's three things that are really cool to duck into.
Where is it? What street?
Chrissy knows all the streets, and we're just driving. We got there and we went to it, and that was it.
Okay.
But I'm looking just around at the stuff, and there was a bunch of pictures there and art, and I'm kind of looking through, and I'm looking at that one. I'm going, well, that's kind of cool, and I kind of pick it up a little bit, and it was only like $10 or whatever, but I didn't know if it was like a mass-produced something. You know what I mean? Like you would see it every Kohl's.
Yeah, like you go to Marshall's and sometimes you
Ruby
see stuff
Tuesday,
that looks like art.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Or Tuesday morning or whatever, something like that, or Ruby Tuesday. That's the place you eat. So I was like, wow, I got to look this up. So as we were driving home, I was trying to look it up. And by the time I got home, I found it. And it was a woman from Waupun, that does it. It's her art.
Oh, cool.
And she's actually,
So
and
local.
she had some showings, at some galleries and stuff. And so I'm like, oh, we got to go back. And she goes, really? You want to go back? And I go, yeah, we got to go back. So we drove back, and when I was there the first time, I was like, I looked at it, and then this lady was coming up behind me, and so I quick put it back, and then looked like I was looking somewhere else, and picked up something else, and went, so she wouldn't look at the picture I was really interested in.
Dave's got his secrets. Don't let people know your secrets.
Oh my gosh! When people see you interested in something, they go right for it after you put it down. Best way to get someone to look at something is for you to pick it up. If
I ever have a shop, I'll have to remember that, and I'll have to hire some shills to come in and do that.
Exactly. Well, that's the whole thing with the supermarket, with the whole stack of cans, and they're not moving, and he goes, hey boss, the cans aren't moving, and he goes, hey, put the sign out, and then the sign is, sorry, only 2 per customer.
Yeah. So is that what happened with the toilet paper?
So I went back, picked this up. I think it's great. It's on the back as her card from where she had it. There's an old price tag on it. It's written in pencil what it was, Hero the Conquering. So
how much was the price tag on it?
Well, I think it was only $175.
And you got it for $10?
Or $11.75. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, that's what the original was. But like I said, online, it's hard even to buy her stuff for that kind of price. But there's some stuff is that way, but she did some needlepoint. She did a lot of different things. It's kind of neat. There's a lot of needlepoint stuff she did of pictures, but a very fun artist. So I tried to email her to see if I could get some more information on this, on it, the year she made it maybe, and just, stripe a couple conversation with her, the artist. Didn't hear back. So it's like a month went by and I forgot all about it. And I said, oh, I should look up again, and see if maybe, get the address. If Chrissy and I are out driving around, we should make a point to maybe just go and buy her. You know what I mean? I'll throw the photo,
just start knocking on people's doors that you don't even know.
Knock on her door. Just knock on her door. Got an idea where her address was there. She had a studio. So,
okay. So you're talking about her studio, not her house.
Right.
You're not stalking her.
No, not yet. And it wasn't doing that yet. And so I went and looked to make sure that, where it was. if we were going to go try to put it in my phone and everything like that to be ready if we were out driving around. And all of a sudden, she had passed away. Yes, in between
Oh
the time I bought it, because there wasn't an obituary the first time I looked at
no.
it,
You
and the
know what,
second
Dave?
time,
That's probably why she didn't get back to you.
that's probably why she didn't get back to me. Which, I've got one of her paintings. If she wants to still get back to me, that's a good way to do it.
There you go.
I've seen enough night galleries,
Yes, yes. She
that
could
I'm hip
just
to
walk
that.
right out of it.
Yeah, rock right out. So right. So again, a local artist, a very cool painting.
But that's really a cool story behind it too. So
Right, right.
yeah.
Leslie Trewyn. So if you find any of her stuff around, certainly pick it up. It's a local artist of ours.
There
So
we go. All
all
right.
right. And issue 2. This is actually that was my MoKE moment. This is my MoKE Rant. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Lady Gaga's dogs got nabbed. Right? You saw that,
I
correct?
saw the video. It was very disturbing.
It was very disturbing. Okay, first of all, my parents almost died going in after a dog in a pond, so I'm all about you let go of the leash and let them take the dogs. To fight for dogs for your life. I'm sorry, I know you're an animal lover, but that's not going to happen. I don't know if that'll ever happen in my life for me, that I will step in front of a dog to take a bullet for a dog. All right.
I might.
So yeah, well, that's just it. Like I said, I don't think I'll ever get to that point. As much as I love animals, and I believe that we're being cruel to them in many different ways in zoos. So she offers $500,000 to anyone who has her dogs to return them, no questions asked. Again, and gets the reward, retrieve the reward. Now, here's what I got a problem with.
What do you have?
Not
What do
about
you have a problem with, Dave?
Nothing. Okay, now, never showed up later. No one ever said it on the news. No one ever said it on TMZ. No one said it on anything when they were talking about this. Was there ever a reward for the people who shot the guy? There was nothing.
That's a damn good point.
Nothing was even whispered about that. Okay, so he was in the hospital. Saying, "Oh, they've called me," and well, of course they gave you a call. Well, there's $500,000 for the dogs, but they called you in the hospital. He's just an Uber fan that's just so wrapped up in this in what he's at. He thinks he did it. He thinks he's a Secret Service man, for the president. These dogs, which is a sickness all in itself, in my opinion.
Well,
All right?
you're surmising this, so let's be fair. He may get very well paid by Lady Gaga. We don't know what he gets paid by Lady Gaga to walk those
Enough
dogs.
to take a bullet for the dogs.
Maybe he feels it is. I don't know. So, but I see your
There's
point.
a number for that. I guess I didn't know there was a number to give up your life for 2 other people, somebody else's dogs. Not even his. Not even his.
Well, he might love those. Like,
he's not a bodyguard. He's not a bodyguard, so that's not his training. Okay, that's not the thing you sign up for. Now, let me ask you this too. So again, you can look back at no reward for the people in the capture, the guys who shot the guy, nothing. The lady did. One dog stayed with him, which the guy says credited him. One of the dogs stayed with him. It came back, ran off and came back. The other dog has been returned. No connection to the robbery from the
yeah, because it was some lady who found him, right?
Right. She's going to get the $500,000, and that's fine. Whatever they should. If the person says they're going to give $500,000, they should give $500,000.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I like Lady Gaga.
$500,000. I retire.
Yeah. I like Lady Gaga. I like her, or like her songs. What she's about usually, everything. But this was wrong on so many levels for that part. Now, the other part about it again is, okay, what constitutes your dog?
I guess I don't know what
I'm driving at.
Yeah.
What makes it your dog? Hey, that's my dog. Okay, what is it you do that you get to call it your dog? Well, first of all, it's not buying it.
No, well, they bond with you.
Huh?
They bond with you.
Okay. So and how do they end up bonding with you though? How do pets bond with you?
Because you love them.
And how do you show that you love them? What do you do?
Everything for them.
Oh, exactly. And what do those include?
Oh, you talking about the dog walking, and Lady Gaga doesn't walk her own dog?
Dog walking, feeding, How much of that does she do except for the take a picture with him and hey, cuddle up on the couch with
You
me
know, we
now
don't
across
know because I mean, if they're with her most of the time, but if she's traveling or something and she has caretakers for her dogs, that's being a responsible dog, mommy. Um,
so she has to what 50% of the time she has to walk it, feed it, or is it even
I
less
don't
that she just get to
know, Dave,
there
Dave,
you
Dave.
no 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 this is a real thought. Come on. Not your dog. You are not committed, just like your kid. This is my kid, there's my three nannies, one for this, one for that, and one for that for all the kids, but that's my kid. No, it's not. It's just for pictures. No. So yeah, you're bonding over the dogs, but are the dogs bonding over you? That's my point. You're not being fair to the dogs at that point.
Did you ever see the Judge Judy with the dog?
No.
Okay, so there was a Judge Judy where this lady had said that the dog was hers, and then there was another lady who said, no, it's my dog because, for reasons, whatever it was. But it was really funny. So finally, Judge Judy said, well, bring the dog in the courtroom. They brought the dog in the courtroom, and the dog ran to the lady who said it was her dog originally, and wouldn't go by the other dog, or by the other lady. So
guy.
That's how they knew that it was her dog. So I guess
that's the old well, we'll cut the dog in half and give you half. Well, the dog, no, if that's what you're gonna do, then I'll give it up.
Old mythology.
You must truly love the dog, so I'll give it to you then.
Yeah, no, they do bond with you. So I'm not going to. I get your point. I agree with some of your point, but as far as like who owns the dog or whatever, that comes down to things that we don't have insight into. So
yeah, whatever. But still, point of not giving any money to the people, and even the cops are like, what are you doing to us here?
Well, maybe she did give money to the guy. Who knows? She's probably paying his medical bills.
Well,
And
I would hope.
Yeah, and she, we don't know how close they are.
$500,000 for one dog. I think you could, pay a little bit for the guy that took the bullet.
Yeah, she probably is. Let's let the story develop a little bit.
This is how this goes, though. Hey, we want your dogs. Yep, okay, we'll get them back.
Yeah, there's kidnapping is a thing like in places like Brazil too, where they've kidnapped. It's like people, So
no. I understand it is a real thing, But no, I think I don't know. I think we can't. I understand animal rights, but it seems like we just trampled on a person's rights. In that.
Yeah. So, I wouldn't disagree, but we don't know the whole story, so. No. Until we see it all.
I only get what I only got what she put out there.
The optics are not good. Let's say that.
Yes, they certainly are.
Yeah.
So that's why I said, someone get back to me.
There you go. Okay, Lady Gaga, hang on. I'm supposed to be on me. Lady Gaga, you get back to Dave and let him know that you took care of your boy. All right.
Yeah. There's a reward for the capture of the people that shot him. I want to hear that. And I want it more than the dog. Okay?
$1 million.
Oh,
there you go. All right, so we got some hip happening. All right, so I'm a plant lover. Are you a plant lover, Dave?
I'm a plant lover.
All right.
I'm a plant lover. I talk to plants. Well,
I'm a plant lover. But I do eat them. So MMSD.
You are carnivorous,
no, just MMSD, which that is the Metropolitan Milwaukee Sewerage District, is holding a plant sale. You can order online through their website. Until April 8th, they do have it is the MMSD.
The sewage department has a plant sale.
Yes.
Wow, yes. Those things have been fertilized pretty good, I will say.
Yes. Milorganite. Everybody's favorite. It's the MMSD Rain Garden Plant Sale. And then it's .ecwid.com. You can order online till April 8th. Pickup is June 12th. I think they're doing like some kind of COVID protocol for that. But I thought that was really cool because they had all sorts of like echinacea and wildflowers and things that grow in your garden like butterfly bush and so a lot of perennials. So if you need stuff for your garden, it's going to a good cause as well. So.
I was gonna say bless you.
Thank you.
You sneeze there.
Yes.
You sneeze there. Echinacea.
Yes. Yes.
Echinacea.
Echinacea. Yeah. Yes. Achilea.
You funny. I'll kill you last.
Okay. So yeah, you go. What do you?
All right.
got?
Well, there were some other things. You already took some of the thunder away with your Milwaukee Public Museum is opening again.
Yes.
We do have some openings. In fact, if you go to like on Milwaukee or whatever it is, they have a little button to show you all the things that are open, and quite a bit is open now.
Yeah,
you know, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it really
Which
is.
is why I'm getting poked, even though I hate needles.
Right. That's what she said. And then the Milwaukee Art Museum also that opened up. Discovery is going to be at the end of this month. Harley Davidson is open. You know, so again, check with whatever you need itch to scratch. You know, go out there and look. It might be open. Go out there and let's not unflatten this curve again. Now that we can run wild and it's gonna be 50 out, let's go be stupid.
Yeah, and speaking of that, we've had the lowest numbers since I think like September or something. There's like just over 300 new cases yesterday. And no deaths. So yay!
We had a couple 2 days in a row with no deaths, but then like 30 the next day, which is kind of like wow.
Well, I think that was the coroner catching up. So
yeah, exactly. A guy finally just had a cup of coffee. You know, no one died today.
He's like, I need a day off, damn it.
Yeah. No one fucking died today at all. We're gonna keep him just keep a bag on him until my coffee's done.
Exactly. Doc, just put him in the cooler and we're not even
No, he's not. He's not dead.
We're not talking about it.
He's dead, Jim. No, he's not.
We're not talking about it.
All right. Aaron gets his 2 weeks on Jeopardy coming up in April, just to drop that hint to people.
Now, is he hosting, right?
2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks. So you got 10 episodes. And let's all remember all these people a week ago or a couple weeks ago clamoring about him and Shailene Woodley getting together. I think we had that on our Aaron Rodgers free agent. What was that? Months ago we had talked about this.
Yes. We were on top of it.
Oh my gosh. It's like people are like, "Would you hear about that? Did you hear about that?" I said, "What?" I said, "Well, yeah, we did a show on that months ago."
Yeah. We're on top of this stuff. We have our finger on the pulse, baby. Wait. We have our finger on. Wait.
Yes, it is.
We got our
readout at 99.
We have our finger on the pulse ox, baby. Wait.
Wrong finger. The middle one there.
Oh wait, you want this one? Okay, fine. Let's see if it'll give me a
all
read.
you that didn't know that we were there first.
So yeah.
Good listeners.
Yeah.
So all right. And where'd you get your pearls of wisdom today?
Oh wait, we got to do some bubbles for pearls of wisdom.
Bubbles dropping.
Yes, we have bubbles dropping. Okay, so never explain yourself. Your real friends don't need it, and your enemies don't believe it. So, I don't know. I thought that was funny because that is kind of true.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. So. No, that's a good one if you think about it, you know, and it's a lot has to do with the politics again too.
Yeah. Well, and
Facebook.
Yeah, but it's just like, you know, it's just
if you have to explain yourself, they didn't get it. You know, you can look at yourself. I need to say this in a different way.
Or who is the late night host?
Which is bitch, fuck, shit. Suck the big D, I'm free.
There you go. See? She didn't have to explain herself. Everybody knew what that meant. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Are we good?
We're good.
We are good.
Are you good out there, people?
We hope everybody out there's good. Yeah, so we will say bye. Dave will say bye. Bye, Dave.
Dad, JT, Marianne.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I do have to do my see my screen turned off. So yeah, we'd like to thank our viewers and listeners, Dave's mom, my neighbor Pat, along with all of Dave's coterie of friends, and anybody else who stumbled across us randomly. If you tell two people, they'll tell two people. And we'll have all sorts of people who will become internet famous. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, hip.or.critical. You can visit our Facebook group, which is what is the name of that again, Dave?
MoKE Milwaukee.
Yes, that is MoKE Milwaukee. And my Twitter handle is right here. And you can tweet me. And everybody else, again, stay safe, Milwaukee. We love you. Wear your mask. Social distance. Peace. Yes, peace, peace, peace.